here in just a second. Okay, and we are live, everyone.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I call this meeting to order at 7 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the share screen. Austin, if you could share the host capabilities with me, please.
It's a lot of, ring. I don't even know what your name is. Oh, there you are. Some ring rust, not used to being able to do this. You should be able to have access now.
Yeah, thank you. Apologize for lagging a little bit. Anyways, Kendall's going to go ahead and take roll. So, Kendall, if you wouldn't mind doing so.
Okay, so if I call your name, could you please say present? David Gonzalez Hernandez.
Present.
Thank you. Awa.
Present.
Thank you. Mason.
Present.
Thank you. Leslie.
Present.
Thank you. Jaylene. Haas.
Present.
Yes, Jesse, I'll send you the document. Telewanami.
Present.
Thank you. Louise. Gia.
Here.
Thank you. Manuel.
Here.
Thank you. Hervé. Tessie. Shannon.
Here.
Thank you. Anthony.
Here.
Thank you. David Arthur Stevens. Daniel M. Motley.
Here.
Thank you. Edmund.
Present.
Thank you. Carmen.
Here.
Thank you. Jared.
Present.
Nicolette.
Present.
Thank you. Nadira. Jessica.
Here.
Thank you. Amaya.
Present.
Thank you. James Taylor.
Present.
Taylor Urban.
Present.
Thank you. Jocelyn Torres.
Present.
Thank you. Valerie Miller. Okay, Okay, Ali, I'm done.
Thank you, Kendall.
Mhm.
Can I get approval of the minutes?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I get approval of the agenda?
So moved.
Thank you, Edmund. Moving straight into it, tonight I'm going to be appointing a new treasurer, upon which all of you in Senate will be voting on. So I'll be appointing Milan Novakovic. I'm pretty sure we just send him to a breakout room at some point. Austin, do I do that now or later?
You go ahead and do that. Do you need me to make the breakout room?
Yes, please.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, he should be in the waiting room.
Sounds good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read a little biography about Milan, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about why I'm appointing him. So basically, Milan will earn a Bachelor's of the Arts in Political Science from UNCG. At the end of this semester, he brings 2 years of student group advising experience and 3 years of residence life experience. Milan has experience in the administration of student group allocations and grant processing as a previous officer of SGA and executive officer of UNC ASG, which is the Associations of Student Governments, which is where all 17 schools meet once a month. Milan also enjoys traveling, which obviously pre-pandemic time was a thing, and spending time with friends, as well as Milan is excited to have been exhaustively considered for the role of treasurer. So basically, just a few points on why I chose Milan. Milan has held a couple of positions, as he has stated here, of being in SGA, as well as more importantly in the ASG place around. He is the vice president of government outreach, where he works closely with Ray Palma, who is the president, and they do things associating with UNC systems in order to provide a well-rounded experience for all our students in our system. He has quite a bit of experience with Excel and a little bit of experience with allocations, for which Terrence had definitely recommended him as for this position. So that's about Milan, and I'll give it into a period of questioning, discussion, or voting. Is Jesse on tonight or no?
I'm right here. What's up?
Can we move into a period of questioning?
Yep, they can ask you questions for up to 5 minutes, starting right now.
Thank you. Any questions about the appointment? If so, just drop an X in the chat. Daniel.
Yeah, what's his experience with finances?
So basically, he has worked previously in SGA as a secretary of, I believe, student affairs. And he did a little bit of finances with, Terrence, in the time being when he was here as treasurer, because Terrence was treasurer for 2 sessions. And he has quite a bit of experience with Excel, and Terrence did recommend him, and he was the previous treasurer. Any other questions? Seeing that there's none, we can move into a period of voting. No?
They have to motion to end question and answer, and then they would discuss the candidate, and then they'd vote on them, or they could motion to move straight to voting.
Gia?
Motion to move straight into voting.
Is there a second for that?
Second.
Is there any dissent? Seeing none. Jesse, if you wouldn't mind setting up that link.
Yeah, give me just a second to make it.
Thank you.
All right, I just put it in the chat for everybody.
Thank you.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared.
No, it's okay.
Ollie, are there more appointments or is this it?
That's it for tonight.
Okay. All righty. And a vote of 14 to 6 to 2, Milan will be the next treasurer.
Thank you, Jesse, and thank you everyone who voted. I will go ahead and bring him back and congratulate him.
Milan should be here.
Milan, you back in?
Yes, I'm here.
I would like to congratulate you on the behalf of SGA as the next treasurer of the 98th session.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to working with y'all.
Thank you, Milan. All right, moving through it. Don't have any students here tonight, so there's no student forum. No old business from last semester that carried over. There's no new business, but does anyone have anything they would like to bring up during this time period? In regards to legislation or anything? Seeing that there's none, go ahead and move into executive reports. Go ahead and start with Austin.
Good evening, everyone. I almost said good morning. Ollie, could you refresh that?
Yeah, 1 second.
Well, while Ollie does that, welcome back to the new semester, everyone. I hope you had a restful break. You were able to de-stress. I know at the end of the semester, it felt like we were just running on fumes, and I'm sure you know, the long break was well needed and appreciated. Over the break, I picked up a new hobby. On the left is a painting I did over the break. So if you want a painting, let me know. I don't know whenever I'll paint again, but I'd be more than happy to practice. But so this semester my office hours will be 11 to 5 on Monday. And then on Tuesday will be 1 to 5. If you need me, those times don't work for you. It's completely understandable. It seems kind of restrictive, but I can make appointments anytime that you need, and we can work something out. I would be more than happy to adjust some things for y'all. My cell phone's there. Email is the same as last semester, so shouldn't be any updates needed. What I've been up to, so there was a Board of Governors meeting, was that last Wednesday, where there was a discussion of the budget and trying to make the student fees optional. I know that has been proposed, time here and time there by students, but from our understanding is that that's a major risk to certain things such as student government or other organizations. So ASG, the Council of Student Body Presidents, attended that meeting and stood in opposition to that, simply because without funding, it's very likely that student organizations wouldn't be able to be funded. You would be required to have student fees, and that would make certain popular groups very effective and very accessible, but other organizations that have an idea, have an interest, but just don't have the total student attending and total funding would definitely lose out on opportunities to be heard. It would also affect our SGA budget and whatnot, which on that would make it more difficult for us to fund student groups. So effectively, while it is something that's been proposed, it can serve a great deal of negativity to students and supporting that campus culture that UNCG and other institutions in the UNC system are trying to promote. I had a meeting with Ali discussing some stuff that we want to do this semester. We should be rolling that out within the next week or so. Had ASG this weekend. A big discussion point at ASG was the proposed security fee. The fee has been brought up to be increased by 100%, which means that what you normally pay per semester is $30. That would be increased to $60 for both the fall and spring semester. So total in a year, $120. The security fee funds numerous different things, but a substantial chunk of that funding does go to support the police department at the university, and that would be at all institutions system-wide. The concern that I have is that not all of our schools may need that large of an increase and may not even need that increase at all. UNCG, I would definitely say, has a substantial police department, which does make means with the funding that it has now. I have reached out to the chief of police and the assistant chief of police to see what the funding would go to the semester, or excuse me, would go to in general. What demand do they have for that funding increase? And I'm still waiting to hear back from them. But that should just take a couple more days to get some type of report from them. I personally feel that UNCG probably doesn't need to spend that money. There's also another concern that I have is that we can only increase our total budget for student fees by 3% a year. With the current proposed increase for student health services fee, that increases the percentage to 2.61%, I believe. And if we added the additional increase for the security fee, that would put us over the 3%, effectively taking money away from the student health services fee. I think that's a bad decision. We've been waiting, time in and time out, as college students since I've been here. That has been a demand, increased, services for our counseling center, and that's something that I don't think we need to switch out on. That we need to support the security fee over students' mental health, and that's going to be something that I'm going to work to hopefully oppose moving forward. That's a big concern that we were raising at ASG, and that's what Isaiah Green, the ASG president, has been bringing up to the Board of Governors. It doesn't seem timely, and it doesn't exactly make sense. And it's really difficult to pinpoint, what will happen, because this was brought up in a point in discussion whenever you can bring up amendments and motions and stuff like that don't have to go on the record. And it's live on the TV, but it's not in the transcripts just yet. So it's in a very precarious place if it will actually continue to go through. But hopefully we can oppose that. And me, Gia, Ali, and Saheem should be bringing up legislation, and hopefully we should be creating a petition to send to the Board of Governors to oppose that. But moving on from that, if you have more questions on that, I'd be happy to take them. Whether you want to do it here, we can take us offline. It's up to y'all. But yesterday I went to the Provost Search meeting. That was a very interesting meeting. I have done little interview sessions, and Milan will probably definitely know more about that with his relationship with ASG and how close he's been working with state lawmakers. But with the Provost Search, I served on interview committees before in the last Provost Search, but this time I'm actually sitting on the search committee entirely, and that's going to be a very interesting experience for me. I'm very excited for that. And today I had a meeting with Gia that went well. We discussed some concerns, and I think we're definitely going to be working on some communication aspects a lot better moving forward this semester, to hopefully prevent some concerns from happening again. So Ali, if you want to move forward. So what's coming up? I am excited that I'll be returning back to the Glenwood Urban Farm to help them. If you're interested in that, I would love to help you set up some volunteer times. It's a really good opportunity to give back to Glenwood and try to help that community. There's a very important reason why we should be helping out Glenwood, as UNCG's growth has affected that community. But if you'd like to have that discussion, I'd love to have it. At some other time, I think it would be really helpful for everyone to hear that. I should be meeting with the UNCG PD to discuss the security fee, preparing for more Provost Search meetings. throughout the semester. I'm getting used to classes. It's weird that I only have one in-person class and everything's online from that. Last semester I had a good balance, but this semester it's very one-sided. So I'm going to get used to that, and hopefully we can finish the semester out strong. And the last point goes with the question here: are you interested in being student body president? I would love to, offer this opportunity, for the next few weeks. That if you would be interested in shadowing me, I would love to schedule something that we can figure out what the student body president does, the importance of it, and if that position is best fit for you. I do have very strong feelings about how important this position is, and how important that it is that somebody who comes into it is prepared, diligent, and responsible to handle the concerns for students and be able to discuss and navigate with administrators. So if you're interested, I'd be more than happy to sit down with you, discuss. Maybe you could, shadow some different things that I have to do throughout the semester, see what the Board of Governors is like, whatever you're interested in, I would be more than happy to set something up with you. But other than that, that should be my report. Definitely rusty. I know I said a 250,000 times there, so I apologize, but we'll get better. We'll get back into a routine of getting through these reports. But if you need anything, please let me know. Email, phone number, still the same. So just reach out, and I would be more than happy to have a conversation. Other than that, I will let Ali take back over the meeting. So thank you, and have a good night.
Thanks, Austin. Also, by the way, that painting was definitely not a new hobby.
Do what?
That painting was definitely not a new hobby.
It's a new hobby in the sense of oil painting. I've never really got to dabble in oil painting, but I think that's definitely the medium I want to get into. But it's definitely a new hobby to me. Don't call me out.
All right. Well, thanks. Peyton, you're next.
Hey y'all, I hope everyone's having a good week so far. I told someone this morning that it's been a long week, and they were like, it's only Tuesday. And I was like, wow, it is only Tuesday. Shout out first of all to Austin, Ali, Sahim, and Gia for all their great work at ASG. I've been to a few of those meetings. They are long, they are complicated, and they're dense. So great job, y'all. Kudos to you for getting all this through, because it's a lot for sure. So my office hours are to be determined. I've been in and out of the office for the past couple of weeks, but they're probably going to be Mondays and Wednesdays, and I will definitely have that hopefully squared away by our next meeting. But in the meantime, you are welcome to email me, text me, call me, whatever. If you need anything, if you have any concerns that you think I'd be able to address, feel free to reach out. Happy to schedule a Zoom meeting, something in person, anything's good. Tanisha and I went to MLK Day of Service this past weekend. I think it went really well. It was cold, but we pulled a lot of trash out of the river behind the Greensboro Curb Farmers Market. So it was just a really rewarding experience. We had a great reflection with our group leader after that day. So yeah, it was awesome. Highly recommend doing the service days in the future. I've been planning for conduct team meetings a lot recently. It's hopefully going to go well. Our first meeting is 2 weeks from today. So I'm excited, or 2 weeks from yesterday. So I'm excited about that, ready to get the ball rolling. Having individual meetings with conduct team members. I'm meeting with everyone on the team just to kind of get feedback, gauge how they feel. And that's been awesome. I'm really proud of everyone that's on conduct team. They're doing an amazing job. So yeah, I met with Kaylee and Jawan about the governing docs committee. So we're going to have our first meeting next week. We're really excited to get started on that. That went really well. So yeah. You can go ahead and move forward. Sorry. Okay, so coming up, executive council meeting, conduct team meeting, governing docs committee meeting. I went over all that. I have a couple of hearings next week for conduct teams, so looking forward to that. Making sure that, like I mentioned last semester, one of my goals was to make the student policy handbook a little bit more accessible. So I'm hoping to keep going with that this semester. And then the student leader roundtable is coming up also.
Thanks, Ben. All right, as for my report, 1 second. All right, so basically my office hours, they might be switching up in the next couple of weeks. I'm just trying to figure out how I fit it into my schedule. But as for now, it's going to be Mondays from 2 to 5, Wednesdays from 2 to 5, and Thursdays from 11 to 3. If you need to meet with me at other times, you definitely can just by emailing me and letting me know if you want to have an appointment at any other time. We'll make it work. What I've been up to though, getting back into the rhythm of things, getting back into my SGA role, getting back into classes, and just trying to get back into this online learning environment. Definitely been meeting with Austin quite frequently, almost daily at this point, just trying to get things rolling for the rest of the semester. I met with Charles to talk about his position. Sadly, he will be stepping down from his position this semester as the community senator. I met with Irving twice in this past week, and I also went to ASG as Austin mentioned. And I did highlight security fees as Gia, Austin, myself, and team did follow up with Chief Lester of the UNCG Police Department just to make sure that they are at what they're doing with the fees. And we just wanted to see if it's fair by our students, because usually the security fee does come from the NC State Legislature, if I'm not mistaken, and taking it from students in a time of the pandemic is very unfair. I definitely think so. Definitely had some meetings with Milan in the past week talking about the treasurer position. And lastly, something I've been working on outside of SGA is I've been working with someone for some study session opportunities that are not really related to UNCG in a sense. They're open to everyone. So they'll be held on Fridays and Saturdays, Fridays from 10 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. So basically that time period's for people who enjoy having music, talking to each other, conversing, and then Saturdays are more, quiet and more for people who prefer short breaks and like just knocking things out. So if you have any questions about that or want to have any more information about that, just reach out to me. I definitely just wanted to share that information with you all, just because during these times it's kind of fun to have some people to work with, even though we're, working in a online environment. Peyton?
Yeah, I just want to second this. I definitely recommend trying out some of those study sessions. And Laura Rumfeld, that is helping coordinate that, is incredible. If you need like a personal hype girl to get you through whatever study session you're in, she is the person for that. She's amazing. So yeah, definitely recommend that. It's a really good idea. So I hope it works for somebody.
Thanks, Peyton. As for what's coming up, I'm working on some special election appointment things because we do have a couple of vacancies we have to fill, senator positions, other positions, things like that. Definitely going to the governing docs committee meeting, which is held by Peyton and Kaylee, which is occurring, I believe, next week on February 1st. Then there is the planning for other outreach initiatives. I did throw in the group chat after Austin did say that, we're trying to get to 20 hours for each person of community service. And I did have some ideas from Dr. Craig that she shared with me last semester that I'm going to be rolling out this semester. The executive council meeting, we're working on scheduling that right now, trying to get everyone's calendars together to sync. It's kind of tough, but we're working on that. And then working on code related issues as usual, and meetings with Austin and Peyton as needed. So we're going to move ahead to Senator Forum. Any senator can speak up to 2 minutes on anything pertaining to SGA. Just drop X in the chat. If anyone doesn't have anything to say, we can move on. I'll just wait a couple more seconds. Anthony.
Hey, everybody, I hope all is well. Austin, I just have a question for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
So do you know, I know a lot of students have been talking about it, but do you know where the university system is at with the, it was another, with the 9 million or 10 million, however much it was, you know where that's at with distributing out or whatever.
Are you talking about stimulus money?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Somebody was asking about me today.
Saheem probably can follow up and like give more information. What I know is that like it's at UNCG, I believe, and it's like, it has to go through like certain processes to make sure that those who are supposed to receive the money are going to receive the money that they're supposed to get. But Saheem probably knows more since he's trying to respond. So Saheem.
Yeah, so basically exactly what Austin said. I asked this actually last weekend to the Kimberly, who is the advisor to the ASG student government type of thing. And she told me that the UNC Systems federal government liaison lady, she actually recently just told Word that we still have to wait just a little bit longer. There's a little bit more finicky things to work out, as Austin said, making sure that those who supposed to get the money correctly. So it should be coming in the next like month or two, but they're still working out all the kinks and stuff right now at a UNC system level wide and Greensboro and UCG level wide too. Even though like Greensboro College and some community colleges do already receive theirs, it's the fact that they're not part of like the 17 UNC system branch, like how we are, how everything's like really connected. So with them being regulated different ways, their monies just got a little bit fast, got to their monies a little bit faster than they got to ours. So we're just still in the waiting game.
Yeah, and if you remember back in, what was it, April, May, that time, that's whenever we were all receiving, if you were eligible for it, receiving CARES Act money. I would expect a similar timeline. So it was past late December. The money should be rolling out maybe February, March time. That would be my guess. I'm not sure if Dr. Craig would have more information than we would, but if she does, by all means. But if not, then I could definitely reach out and see if we can get a specific timetable. Otherwise, but yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Anthony, and thank you, Saheem. If anyone else has anything for Senator Forum, just drop an X in the chat. Seeing none, we'll just move on. For announcements, any member of SGA can speak 2 minutes about any announcements that they may have. Just drop X in the chat. Paige.
Hi, everyone. So I'm working with Sergeant Joyner from UNCG's PD's department on getting some kind of safety walk underway. We're not sure if it's going to look like, if it's going to be virtual, which I think that's best, or if it's just going to be a small group of students walking around campus with some of the sergeants. But just know that's underway and we have a meeting on Friday. So I'll let you all know. Thank you.
Thanks, Paige. I actually spoke with him today in person, and he did want me to get in contact with him about things of that nature. So thank you for getting ahead. Austin.
I just want to congratulate my good friend Irving for securing a job opportunity post-college. Congratulations, buddy. And I also want to congratulate the rest of you. I saw, on social media and stuff like that, many of you are having some successes. You know who you are, whether it be scholarships, different opportunities and whatnot. Congratulations to you all. And I hope that 2021 is very prosperous for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. Peyton.
Hey y'all, I think I briefly mentioned this in my officer report, but I just wanted to say that we're going to be recruiting for conduct team pretty soon, to be on the lookout for those applications. I think that every single one of you would really enjoy something like that. So it's a really good opportunity to get involved in the conduct process, to get more involvement with students, more connection with administration. It's been a really rewarding experience for me these past 2 years, and if that's something that you're interested in, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer any of them, but we'll be recruiting shortly, so please be on the lookout. And then also, just going off of what Austin said, congratulations, Irving, but also please share your successes in the group chat. If something cool happens to you, or you get a good test score, or you get a job or whatever, we want to hype you up. And I don't know, I enjoy that. I love when other people succeed, so keep sharing it.
Yeah, some positivity. That would be wonderful to continue the year with, good vibes and everything.
Thank you, Peyton. Thank you, Austin. Does anyone else have any announcements? Going once, going twice. Go ahead and move on. All right, Kendall, would you go ahead and do adjournment roll call, please?
Yep, I got you. Give me 1 second. Okay, if you're still here, please say present or here. David Gonzalez Hernandez.
Present.
Thank you. Awa.
Present.
Thank you. Mason.
Present.
Thank you. Leslie.
Present.
Thank you. Jaylene. Haas.
Present.
Thank you. Telewanami.
Present.
Thank you. Here. Louise. Gia.
Out of nowhere,
Here.
a friend request from her.
Manuel.
Here.
Thank you. Merve.
Here.
Thank you. Tessie. Shannon.
Here.
You. Anthony.
Here.
Thank you. David Arthur Stevens. Daniel Motley.
Here.
Thank you. Edmund.
Here.
Thank you. Carmen.
Here.
Thank you. Jared.
Here.
Thank you. Nicolette.
Here.
Thank you. I don't know if Asia's on here. Asia? I don't know if she is. Nadira? Jessica?
Here.
Thank you. Amaya?
Present.
Thank you. James Taylor?
Present.
Thank you. Taylor Urban?
Present.
Thank you. Jocelyn Torres?
Here.
Thank you. Valerie Miller? Okay, I'm done, Ali.
Thanks, Kendall. And just a couple of finishing comments. I would like to thank everyone for joining tonight, as well as for the rest of the semester. Let's keep a good line of communication that goes all around. Let's also keep good vibes, stay positive for this year, and let's just do really well for the end of the session. And good luck for everyone for the rest of their semester. And let's do well this year, guys. Thank you for your time. I'll adjourn this meeting at 7:45. What is it? 7:43 p.m.